Oopsie. Sorry. What a beautiful day here in Puerto Vallarta. And what else is possible today? I don't even know if this is the correct time today on my calendar. On my phone it says 9, on my calendar it says 10. I am so confused, and it's very funny because this room here in this particular house, my clock changes to mountain time overnight, but I'm in central time. So then the calendar gets mixed up, and when I walk downstairs, it's the correct time. So I'm not sure. So I apologize for all of you if I'm an hour early or an hour late or not or on time. What else is possible? Now is the time. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. Elimination and eradication for the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. Please use your hands to run this process. Or not, whatever do you choose, but for most people, the hands are what is running the process. You don't have to put them on the earth. You can also run this process with your feet if you are standing on the earth or even sitting. It really is not relevant how you do it. Just ask your body to run it. Most people run it with their hands because when they touch bodies too, they touch them with their hands. So most of these body processes are designed to have certain hand positions. If you want to know more about all the body work that Access Consciousness has to offer, please attend a 3-day body class. They're amazing. Or find a body process facilitator in your area. There's many of those around the world where you get to experience 1 or 2 processes and work on each other in a day or an afternoon or an evening, depending how they set it up. But please remember, your body is a big part of this journey in consciousness. Please don't diss your body from all of that. A lot of modalities have this point of view that we can only be conscious if we are going to lose our body or not have one. We can only be spiritual if we don't have a body. But is that actually true? Has that ever been true for you? What if living here on this planet actually was the fun of having a body and enjoying the sunshine, enjoying a swim in the ocean, enjoying hanging out with animals, enjoying eating, enjoying touching other bodies, but we don't talk about that. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis, and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. There's a lot going on around us. Last night the music was on till 2. People like to celebrate around here. Sometimes I'm not sure why we need to blare music so loud when we're celebrating, but hey, whatever. I guess when I was young, that was cool. I don't know. It's so funny what we have as points of views and what we choose. But what if we no longer chose violence against our bodies? What if we started to be kind to them? Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. And thank you guys for being here, all of you running this process with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm so excited to have you all here. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. Expand out in all directions. Make yourselves as big as you truly be, bigger than the universe. Bigger, 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 bigger. Give your body some space. Space, 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 space. More space. More space. And please intensify the process. Just ask for it to intensify, double it, triple it, quadruple it, exponentialize it. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. And I know sometimes it's hard for a humanoid to sit still, even just for 15 minutes. But what if you gave yourself permission to move? But a lot of times we use things to distract ourselves and get away from being present. But being present doesn't mean we have to focus or we have to concentrate. It just means that you don't check out. So even if you're moving and dancing or running around and running this process, what if you stayed present with it? And what if you kept running it throughout the day and just stayed present with it throughout the day for however long it works for you? Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. Please have your way of doing this. And please trust you. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. And thank you all for being here. And if you're not sure how to say this process or how it's written out, please go to the website that I am posting every time with this. There's like a link to a landing page, and it's all there for you. Also, the link to all the previous ones. If you're not sure about this whole thing, you can watch the first couple. I explain a lot more there. But I don't really want to do it every day, explaining it. So please go to that little landing page and you find all the information there. So thank you so much for being here today. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.